Welcome to online classes of Gurudeva English Medium Higher Primary School. Dear children, in the previous classes we discussed about beautiful story The Fields. Today in this class we are going to fill in the textbook activities. So please all of you open your textbook on page number 34. In that page number 34, the first main is tick write the correct option for the following questions. Tick write the correct option for the following questions. Dear children, here they have given 6 questions. Those each 6 questions they have given 3 options. In those 3 options we have to find correct answer and we have to put right mark for the options. Yes, come to the first one is, in which village did Anansi live? The first one is, in which village did Anansi live? Already we have learned the lesson. According to the lesson, in which village did Anansi live? Upper village, lower village and none. Upper village, lower village and none. Can you find which is the answer? And then did Anansi lived in a upper village or lower village? Can you find? We did not live upper village and the lower village. He did not a member of both villages. So we have to put right mark for third option is none. He is not a member of both villages. Yes, come to the second one is, which of the following word would correctly describe Anansi? Which of the following word would correctly describe Anansi? Farmer, trickster, trader. In the story, Anansi was farmer, trickster or trader. Can you find? Can you say the answer? Yes, in the story, Anansi was trickster. So we have to put right mark for the trickster. Is it? Yes. Next, who did Anansi ask for help to solve his problem? In the story, Anansi was in dilemma situation, in trouble situation. He has a problem, is it? So he called someone to take help to solve his problem. Can you say the answer? To whom he called solve his problem? Yes, Intikuma, Quickersin, Intikuma and Quickersin. Can you say the answer? Yes, he called his 2 sons Intikuma and Quickersin to solve his problem. So we have to put right mark for the third option. Is it? Yes. Yes, dear children, after that we have to come to the next one. How would you describe Anansi's son? How would you describe Anansi's son? Yes, stubborn, generous, obedient. Can you find the answer? Anansi's sons are very obedient. Yes, we have to put right mark for the obedient. Is it? Yes. Next, what did Anansi need for his plan to work? In the story, Anansi need a thing for work. Is it? In the story, Anansi need one thing for his plan to work. Is it? Yes. What is the thing he need? Rope, ladder, stick. What did Anansi need for his plan to work? Anansi need rope for his plan to work. So we have to right put mark for the rope. Is it? Yes. After that comes the last one is, in the end, what did Anansi turn into? End of the story. What did Anansi turn into? Anansi turned into mosquito, spider or bee? Yes, Anansi turned into spider. Yes, so we have to put right mark for the spider. At the end of the story, Anansi turned into spider. Is it? Yes, dear children. Yes, dear children. Let's come to the next main. The second main is, answer the following questions in 30 to 40 words. Dear children, in the second main they have given about questions. For those questions we have to write the answers. For these question and answers, I will send as PDF through your WhatsApp number. After that, let's come to the next main. What's the good word? Page number 35. What's the good word? In that main, unscramble the following words from the story and make sentences. Unscramble the following words from the story and make sentences. Regarding the story, here they have given few letters. By using those few letters, we have to make word. We have to make words. By using those words, we have to frame sentences. Yes, first one is I, L, G, A, V, E, L. By using these all letters, we have to make one word. Yes, already I made one word here, village. I wrote one word, village, here by using these letters. For village word, I framed one sentence, I go to village. By using the village word, I framed one sentence, I go to village. Like here, E-A-D-L-M-I-M. By using these letters, I wrote one word, that is dilemma. By using this dilemma word, I framed one sentence. I was such in dilemma when two of my best friends celebrating their birthdays on the same day at same time. Yes, like B-D-O-E-E-T-N-I. By using these letters, I wrote one word, that is obedient. By using obedient word, I framed one sentence. I am very obedient student. Like A-F-H-T-L-F-U. By using U and I, by using these letters, I wrote one word, that is faithful. Is it? Yes, by using faithful word, I framed one sentence. My brother is very faithful. Is it? Yes. Next one is D-G-E-T-G-U. By using these letters, I wrote one word, that is tugged. By using tugged word, I framed one sentence, that is she tugged the rope. Yes, dear children, like we have to unscramble the words from the story and we have to make sentences for those words. Is it? Yes. Yes, dear children, after that you have to come to the next main. The second main is, if you would literally try to translate phrases such as to rack one's brain and to be in a fix, the words will not make any sense. Such phrases that mean something different than what the words are trying to convey are called idioms. Example, that flies when I am reading my favorite book. Yes, dear children, here if you translate it literally, you would understand this sentence as, when I am reading my favorite book, time seems to develop wings and flies through the air. However, this would be wrong. Time flies is an idiom which actually means that time passes quickly. Dear children, in your textbook on page number 35, in the second main, they have given about the idioms. Yes, which are phrases that mean something different than what the words are trying to convey are called idioms. Dear children, in this story, in the feast story, we have learned two words, that to rack one's brain and to be in a fix. Is it? Both two words are idioms. These idioms tells us different meaning. Here, to rack one's brain meaning is to struggle to think of something. To struggle to think of something. And to be in a fix, this is meaning is to be in difficult situation. Like which are the words or phrases gives us or tells us different meaning, and what the words are trying to convey are called idioms. Dear children, here time flies. Suddenly we thought that time flies means time has wings that flies through the air. We thought like, but that is wrong. Time flies means time passes quickly. Time passes quickly. Is it? Like these words we call that idioms. Yes, dear children, let's come to the next. Given below is a list of commonly used idioms. Match them with their appropriate meanings. In the last column, draw a literal translation of any idioms of your choice. Dear children, in the first box they have given idioms. The second box they have given about their meanings. Now we have to match the idioms with their meanings. Yes, first one is running cats and dogs, finger crossed. Third one is to be good sports, to be fed up. Fourth one is to be fed up. And fifth one is on top of the world. These are all idioms. And here beside of the box, to hope things happen the way you want, to be very happy, and to pour heavily, and to lose gracefully, and to be annoyed. Dear children, these are all meanings of idioms. Now we have to match the idioms with their meaning. Yes, first one is raining cats and dogs. Raining cats and dogs means to pour heavily. To pour heavily, or it is raining, heavy raining. To pour heavily, or it is heavy raining. So we have to match first one. Yes, dear children, after that you have to come to the second one. Finger crossed. Finger crossed means to hope things happen the way you want, or to hope for positive outcomes. We can say that to hope for positive outcomes, or to hope things happen the way you want. So we have to match. Second one is to hope things happen the way you want. Third one is to be a good sport. To be a good sport. To be a good sport. Yes, the meaning is to lose gracefully. To lose gracefully, or to be generous, cheerful in difficult situation. Also we can say that to be cheerful or generous in difficult situation, or to be a good sports means to lose gracefully. So we have to match. Third one, to lose gracefully. Yes, fourth one is to be fed up. To be fed up means to be annoyed, to be angry. So we have to match for fourth one is to be annoyed. And fifth one is on top of the world. On top of the world means to be very happy. On top of the world means to be very happy. So we have to match fifth one. Is it? Yes, dear children. Here they have given empty box. In the empty box, we have to draw a literal translation of any idiom of our choice. Yes. Now I am going to draw one idiom about that. To be fed up. Fed up means very angry. To be annoyed or angry. Is it? Yes. Now, so I drew picture about angry face. Is it? Like, dear children, you can match the idioms with their meaning, and you have to draw a picture of any one literal translation of any one idiom about your choice. Is it? Okay. Yes, dear children, what are the textbook activities we have done today? Please all of you fill in your textbook without missing. And I hope all of you understood today's textbook activities class. And if you get any doubts, you can call my personal number. I will clarify that. And thank you for watching my video. Thank you one and all.